Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here and following along with Lady and her sweet teddy bear litter. This is part 2 of our first week series, and we're giving you a closer look into what these early days look like for your teddy bear puppy. I'm so glad that you're following along, and you will be surprised how much growth, like right now, you can already see how much bigger they are as they go after mom's milk. There is no one lacking right here. The first thing that we're going to cover today is ENS. What is it and why are we doing it? We're going to talk through early neurological stimulation. I know you've heard about it, it's quite a buzzword right now, but why is it so important on how we raise our puppies here at Cedar Doodles? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up each puppy individually. Everything we do is very intentional, very gentle, and always in a consistent pattern. I start by rubbing their paws, lightly stimulating each foot, then I'll run my hand down their tail and along their back. From there, I move to their ears and then gently around their mouth. These small touches may seem simple, but they're introducing each puppy to mild, controlled stress in a safe environment. Then I'll briefly hold them upside down. We repeat the same sequence with each puppy, making sure each of them is getting the same experience. ENS is designed to help strengthen their neurological stimulation during the very early window of life. At this stage, their brains are developing rapidly, and these small intentional moments help build stronger stress tolerance, better adaptability, and more resilience as they grow. It also supports cardiovascular performance and helps them handle new environments with more confidence later on. One thing we do a little differently here is instead of ending the stimulation and immediately putting them down, I like to hold each puppy close to my chest, just for a moment. This allows them to recenter, to come back into calm, regulated state. And what I found is that they settle beautifully this way. It helps them process the experience and return to a place of safety, and we meet together on the same energy. Then they start connecting with me already one by one. We will move on to the next puppy, repeating the same process as you've seen as you've watched. Over and over, day by day, we're building a foundation that most people will never even see, but it makes such a difference in who these puppies become as they get older. I'll show you a litter here so you can see what this looks like up close. As we're going through each of these puppies, remember we're following the same thing. We're going to touch their back like this, and they're going to be a little wiggly. We're going to move to their paws. Because we have a foundation of grooming as well, I like to touch their ears. I've added this into this. I rub their nose, and then I'm going to put my finger into their mouth. As you're seeing, we're starting to build these small little stresses so they learn, hey, that's not that big of a deal. I put them on their back, I'm going to rub their back feet, I'm going to touch their tail, and then ever so gently we're going to put them upside down just for that little stress so they can build their adaptability. And then once again, recenter them on my chest. How I love being able to do this for your puppy because it makes such a difference in personality as they get older. What I always like to remind families is that ENS isn't about overwhelming the puppy. It's about introducing very small, controlled moments of stimulation during a very specific window in their development. This window is really short, just those first few days to about 2 weeks of life. During that time, their neurological system is incredibly responsive. So what we're doing here is helping their bodies and brains learn how to handle mild stress and then recover from it. And that recovery piece is just as important as the stimulation itself. When puppies are raised without this kind of intentional handling, everything in their world later can feel brand new and overwhelming. But when we introduce these little moments early on, they begin to build a foundation where new experiences don't feel quite so big or scary. Another important piece is consistency. We're not doing something different every day or guessing what to do next. We follow the same pattern with each puppy every time. That predictability helps them to feel safe, even when they're experiencing something new. Something I pay really close attention to is each puppy as an individual. Some settle quickly, and some are a little more sensitive, and part of my role is to read and support them through that. We're never forcing anything, we're guiding them through it. You'll also notice how short each step is. We're talking just a few seconds at a time. That is intentional. We're not trying to push them past their limits, we're just gently expanding what they can handle. Over time, these small moments really add up. This is where you start to see puppies that are more adaptable, confident, and able to recover quickly from new or unexpected situations. And those are the traits that really matter once they go home to their families. So while it may look simple, this is one of the most foundational things that we do in these early days. It's quiet work, but it has a lasting impact. I don't think there's anything more precious than being able to hold one of these little teddy bears, knowing that we're making such a quiet difference in the foundation of what their beginning is. As we go back through the litter, you can already start to see some of those early developments. They're stronger, they're more responsive, and even in the first week, you can see little glimpses of their personalities starting to come through. We're really excited heading into week 2, where we'll start to see even more awareness and movement. As you can see, as we pick each of these guys up, they definitely are bigger than when we had them in our first video. Their little pinkness from their noses is starting to fill in with the white that goes around them. These are such special teddy bears to me. We're going to go ahead and get them right back to their mom, and you can see she's got to get them all lined up, and they're back nursing. They are amazing. They're doing what they do best, nursing and growing. We love being able to provide this safe, quiet nursery for them to have the most success and thrive. You can already see how much they've changed in just this week. At this stage, mom is everything. She's not just feeding them, she's regulating them. She's keeping them warm and beginning to shape their sense of safety and connection. This bond right here is so important. It's where they learn calm, security, and trust before they ever experience the world outside of this space. And Lady, she is just incredible with her little teddy bear puppies, making sure that everyone is in the right place, moving them closer to her, and managing 7 little teddy bears at once. Isn't that amazing? This is such a special litter, and Lady is at the heart of it. Lady consistently passes down one of the most beautiful temperaments, calm, people-oriented, and incredibly connected. These teddy bear puppies are being raised with intention from the very beginning, and you can feel that in the way they settle, the way they respond, and the way they grow. Everything we're doing, from ENS to structure and early handling, it's all about building that solid foundation. We're not just raising puppies, we're shaping future companions. Teddy bears that can handle life with their families, that can adapt, learn, and feel safe in the world around them. And it all starts right here in the first few days. Watching these early days never gets old for me. There's something really special about seeing where they start. So small, so dependent, and knowing who they're going to become. Every little moment we pour into them right now, the handling, the structure, the care, it all adds up to the kind of dog that becomes such an important part of someone's life. And that's something we don't take lightly. We're not just raising puppies, we're raising companions, family members, and hearts that are going to be very deeply loved. And getting to be a part of that journey, even in this small beginning stage, it truly means so much to us. And sweet Lady, you can see just how proud she is of her puppies. She's the most incredible mom, calm, attentive, and so connected to each of them. It's one of the things we love most about her, and something she so beautifully passes on to her babies. Thank you so much for being here and following along with us. We can't wait to share more with you next time. Until next time, thanks for watching.